boys, welcome to the 2025 American League Division Series on FS1, presented by Booking.com. It's another beautiful day in downtown Toronto at the Rogers Center, where the roof is open again and this place is rocking again. We welcome inside. Hope you're having a great weekend. Joe Davis with the Hall of Famer John Smoltz. The Blue Jays yesterday had the stars deliver. They had the depth of the roster show up and contribute hits. They scored 10 runs. This is who they've been most of this year.
Yeah, when you're good at something, you want to flex your muscles right away. The 6 days off didn't bother the offense. It started with some power. Yes, they can mix in power. And they do this very well offensively, and the catcher that can do it all gets the second run. And then once they got 2 runs, the put away for this team is when runners get on base. They just don't strike out, and they do this. And when you're going to do this, you're going to win a lot of games. You're going to go deep in the postseason. So do what you do well. Right out of the gate, Toronto did.
We talked about stars off of the top yesterday. You saw Toronto's stars delivered. The Yankees stars had chances as well, especially that 6th inning, and could not come through. So they find themselves trailing as they did in the wild card round, but they got to still like their chances, because you look at the starting pitching coming, beginning with Fried today, then Rodon, then Schlittler.
Yeah, it's absolutely a must win. When you think about the stopper, the guy they paid, they went out and got Max Fried. He had a great first start. He's going to have to slow down this offense and then pass the baton on. That's how you come back in a series, and that's how you counteract a great offense. You might not strike them out a bunch, but you got to keep them off the bases and runners in scoring position.
And Max Fried has been the stopper for this Yankees club. This is one thing that you want when you pay a guy a record contract. When you call him your ace, what do you do after a loss? This season, 11-1 following a Yankees loss. He'll try to continue that today, get this series tied up. It was all Blue Jays in the first game. They got their first win in the postseason in 9 years, and now try to take a 2-0 series advantage to New York. If they're going to do that, they're going to earn it. The Yankees have their guy going. Max Fried takes the ball, tries to get it tied up, headed back to the Bronx. First pitch of game 2 coming up. We're back here in Toronto. Another beautiful day. This weather this weekend's been awesome. Blue Jays delivered in the first game, a 10-1 win in front of 44,645, and another sellout crowd here for game 2. 78 degrees here on the 5th of October. Take a look at today's same game parlay, available now on FanDuel. Giancarlo Stanton has hit more home runs than any active player, 453 in his career. Max Fried averages about 6 strikeouts per game, with a hard lineup to rack those up against. Alejandro Kirk, a safe bet always to contribute a hit. Fox Foresight is powered by Google Cloud. Max Fried takes on the Blue Jays. 7 starts against Toronto in his career. He's got a 2.70 ERA. We say thanks to Google Cloud for powering these real-time insights. It is Fried for the Yankees. It's the kid for the Blue Jays, Trey Yesavage, who got to the major leagues just 3 weeks ago. Kenny is going to take the ball today.
Thanks, Joe. This is only Trey Yesavage's 4th major league start. But when he says he's built for this, he isn't necessarily exaggerating. His college coach at East Carolina, Cliff Godwin, recalls a game just 16 months ago when Yesavage took the mound and realized at that time he was coming off being hospitalized with a partially collapsed lung. He was pitching at home in the NCAA regionals against Chase Burns of Wake Forest, who would become the #2 pick in the draft. With all that going on, Yesavage outpitched Burns, going 7 1/3 innings, allowing only 1 run. Godwin said, "I've never seen a more gutsy performance."
All right, Kenny, and I know he says, John, that he's built for this and he's ready, but I got to imagine there's some crazy butterflies going on, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you dream of this when you're a kid, but I don't know if you dream of making 5 different stops to get to this point in 1 year. And he's a very unorthodox, top of the height of 7.1 feet to deliver a baseball. So hitters don't see that very often. Straight over the top, fastball, split, slider, and so far so good of this youngster pitching at home in game 2.
Go get him, youngster, against the top offense in baseball this year. Still trying to get going in the postseason, though. It's the same lineup as yesterday with Grisham, Judge, and Bellinger, Rice, Stanton, and Chisholm. Ryan McMahon's at third, Volpe's at short, and Austin Wells does the catching. Yeah, Trey Yesavage, drafted just 1 year ago and started this season in A-ball. He said, I think I've met everybody in the organization already this year, climbing each rung of the ladder. And here to the big leagues less than a month ago. His 4th start comes in the playoff.
First couple fastballs are going to tell you all you need to know about his calmness or the anxiety, and this disciplined lineup for the Yankees.
It is strike 1 on transition.